You can't see what I see, cause I'm me, you can't see.
Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your boy Levi. I'm back in the building, man. Yes, y'all see what time it is. I got another reaction for y'all today, man. And as y'all see right on the title, man, y'all see what's going on, man. I went directly straight from the Instagram requests. Now this will be deleted today, and I will be making a new one today, sometime later on or some shit. Just pay attention, man, and keep looking out. And y'all know what's next. We got that J Neat times Slime times Swish. This shit's called Drift Slide. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and get into the Savages from the 6th. Wassi. And y'all already know, I seen this shit over here in the corner. Savages from the 6th, the Neat brothers. I think somebody said something about one of them motherfuckers shot Smoke Dog or Houdini. One of them. It was either his. I don't know the full story yet because people keep telling me all kind of shit, but we definitely gonna have to check this shit out right here, bro. Them niggas look like some wild motherfuckers. Cause I was like, I think it was one of them that I keep seeing, and then the other one, they're like, oh yeah, he's like not around or some shit, man. I don't know, some shit. But anyway, man, shout out to Mine Soul 6. And we're gonna go ahead and hit that like before we get started. Let's see what they saying. Update on current beef and what's going on right now with Burner. Okay, that was a month ago, a week ago. I know for a fact that Wassi tried to shoot like 4 girls. I know the guy was messed up. What about Houdini and Smoke Dog? Recipes to the fallen. So that's great. Yeah, sounds like when you put a bad kid in your facility, they turn even more violent. G-Lock needs one of the vids. Do a vid on Jungle next. Wassi has 6 bodies, by the way. Okay. Let's get into this, man. Wassi on some. You Wassi boys on some hot shit, man.
All you niggas wash up, y'all be wash gang. My niggas super sad.
Washed up, wash gang.
All you niggas wash up, y'all be wash gang.
So if you're a fan of Toronto rap, then you've heard songs by artists like Press.
Alright, Robin Banks. Bro, when I said his name, like, I know I've just been saying his name, like, I haven't really thought about his name. But like when I said his name, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, bro, this nigga name literally is Robin Banks. Like, literally Robin Banks. Like, I'm out here robbing Banks. And I know y'all like, nigga, you just now noticed. Nah, bro, like, I wasn't thinking like that. I'm just thinking like, cool, Robin Banks. Okay, then now I'm thinking like Robin Banks. Okay, let's get to it.
Burner Bands, Robin Banks, Houdini, and others. They've just been making a lot of noise in the music scene. Then you've probably heard of Wassi, which is basically the biggest group out of Driftwood at the moment.
Okay.
Most people know the name of the gang derives from a person with an interesting story. So today, Savages from the 6th, we'll take a look at 21-year-old Quasi Peters, also known as Wassi.
So this is the guy that they repping.
So there's no question that Wassi was well respected amongst his friends, enough to have a whole gang named after him, and for his friends to spend thousands of dollars having his face custom-made into pendants for their chains. It's clear that he had credit and was well liked within his gang.
That's love, though.
Let's get into the doc.
That nigga like Jesus. You know how niggas be rocking them Jesus pieces like crazy, bro. They rocking them Wassi pieces. That Wassi nigga's like the Jesus over here. You feel me? But
history of Wassi. So like many tales from Toronto, our story starts in the dangerous area of Driftwood, where Wassi grew up. He and a now popular rapper who goes by Pressa were friends from when they were little kids.
Okay, so I just want to make this clear. I'm just trying to get it straight. So Pressa was fucking with Wassi hard. The guy that everybody's repping so hard, Wassi. The big homie.
Sadly, it was clear what path Wassi was headed down from a young age, with his mother saying that he was getting into trouble with the law since he was 13 years old.
13?
Not only that, but in an interview with Vlad TV, Pressa actually gives a detailed glimpse into something gruesome that Wassi saw when he was a kid.
My best friend Wassi, he seen somebody like basically there's a guy, he got shot on on our neighborhood like plaza. The guy ran to like our bridge he walked over the bridge and he seen the guy die. He's dead on the bridge, you know, and he's just a little kid. Like, he was probably just like, I don't know, like 10 or 11, right? So he was just like 2 years older than me at this time. So he walked and he was like, fuck, you know, like that's a lot for a kid to see him, like a guy dead on the floor.
Ain't no pressure was on Vlad.
And that guy, he was never. Even my teacher said like Quasi would never be the same after that, you know. So.
Seeing something that grotesque as a child is bound to have some type of effect on a growing mind. Wassi spent several years of his early teen life in and out of the juvenile detention system. When he was 16, while he was locked at Roy McMurtry Youth Center in Brampton, Wassi was the subject of a news report named From the Margins, Building Curriculum for Youth in Transition. In an interview, Wassi talked with a reporter about how being caught in the system as a young offender has turned him into a quote-unquote monster, and that every day he is fighting for his life. It seems like he had a rough time in this prison, and he continues to detail his experiences and talks more about the mindset of a youth offender in this report. Now we go back a few years before the interview. While still in the youth center, Wassi's neighborhood Driftwood and his alleged gang were under scrutiny by the police. They had been organizing a sting, dubbed Project Marvel, targeting an alleged gang in the Jane and Finch area called the Young Buck Killers. Ranging from locations in Toronto to Surrey, BC, the police executed multiple raids and ended up seizing almost 30 guns and over $110,000 in cash.
Boy, banking.
Over 400 charges were laid against 60 suspects, one of those being Wassi. Even though he was locked up at the time, he was still charged for his connection with the gang. Being tied to this police project,
that's crazy. The nigga locked up, but his homies on the outside. God damn. It's just crazy. He get locked up, but he still gonna get charged for the shit that they doing on the outside. That's not right. He ain't even there. Like, how the fuck you gonna charge this nigga just because you know that he's with the crew? Like, that don't make no sense, bro.
as well as seeing someone die at a young age, is what drew reporters and journalists to Wassi. So now we go forward in time again, to a few months after the interview. Wassi's charges in connection to Project Marvel stick, but he manages to be granted bail and he is released. He would then go on to enjoy his freedom for a short couple of years before being arrested on weapons charges a short time after his 18th birthday. Now it's not clear when he got back to the jail for his charges, but he was last documented being locked up in late 2013. He ended up being released at some point after. So now things become heinous in the story. We're brought to the morning of June 28, 2015. Police were called to a condo at 36 Lisgar Street, around Queen Street and Dovercourt Road, after a frantic call reported several gunshots being fired. When emergency crews arrived, they found two men deceased in the unit on the 22nd floor, suffering from obvious trauma. They would later be identified as Abdiweli Abdullahi and Muhammad Diri, both aged 26.
Damn. Young ass niggas, bro. Muhammad Abdullah Dari Abude Abdali. I'm always speaking like I'm Cuban or some shit. Dali, do that.
There was one woman in the unit at the time who actually climbed over the balcony and onto the neighbor's balcony to try to escape the shooting. Now this woman wasn't cooperating with police, but their investigation still came up with two suspects. 23-year-old Kamal Hassan and Kwasi Peters were named as the suspects, and the police issued warrants and put out wanted posters for their arrest. That's not...
Damn, bro. It's like, you know, the other gang was like, damn, bro, who got our niggas? You know what I'm saying? Man, we gotta slide, but we gotta find out who did it. And it's like, they know who did it, but then again, it's probably like they don't know who did it. And then like, you get like some shit like this on TV with Kwasi face on the first degree. Oh, this nigga did it. Oh yeah, we gotta go get this nigga.
And a week after the double murder, Kamal Hassan voluntarily turned himself into police. Wassi, on the other hand, was nowhere to be found.
He turned himself in. You know he about to tell. He like, shit, I might just turn myself in. I might just, yep, it was me and Quasi.
And considered to be on the run at this point.
Quasi like,
There's
I'm
even
gone.
surveillance video of Kamal and Wassi in an elevator at a different building shortly after the murders. Kamal is seen reenacting what just went down, almost emotionless to the fact that two people were just brutally murdered. Now while Kamal was in police custody, they had turned their focus on finding Wassi. This search would last for almost a month before they finally found him. So now we're taken to the early hours of July 25th, 2015, to a nightclub that's near Peter Street and Adelaide Street West. Police located Wassi and they knew he was in the club. Uniformed and undercover officers staked outside the building and waited for him to come out.
Damn, they wait for him.
Once Wassi was outside, they surveilled him and watched as he walked through the parking lot and got into his car. This is when the police were ready to make the arrest. A bunch of cruisers swarmed in and blocked off the entrance of the parking lot. A few officers on bikes close in, and there's no sound but there's shooting going on between the cops and Wassi.
Oh,
You can see
shit.
an officer.
God damn, that nigga said I'm going out like a G. That nigga Quasi on some, I see why you well respected. Y'all nigga, you got rep that nigga. That nigga said, fuck that shit, I'm about to bust that the police. I thought he was gonna be like on a speed chase or some shit. That nigga like, nah, I'm busting at these niggas.
Ducking for cover behind cars.
Ah,
You
well.
can see Wassi in a gray sweatshirt run towards the street but trips and falls and lands in front of the cruiser where he's subdued. The aftermath was over 30 shots being exchanged, with police saying that Wassi fired the first of 7 shots inside his car through the windshield. Out of all those shots fired, he was only struck with a single bullet to his chest. He was quickly rushed to the hospital but died a short time after.
Damn, bro.
Now,
That. Yeah, we gonna see what's up with this nigga. He just went in like, fuck it, I'm going in. Not knowing your homie on the outside, nigga, shooting at these motherfuckers and end up getting hit. He got hit. It's crazy, bro. Damn, Wassi, you should just turn yourself. Not even turn yourself, just let them niggas would have take it, bro. It would have better off than, you know, saying, ending up dead and shit like that shit. Wow.
after his death, the co-accused in the case, Kamal, began to explain what happened to police. He claimed that it was solely Wassi who shot the 2 men in the Lisgar condo, and he played no part in the murders.
Right?
He said he feared Wassi and stuck by him after the shooting because he didn't know what he might do. During his trial, which was 4 years later, in March of 2019, Kamal also claimed that the footage of him in the elevator reenacting the murders was actually just a ploy to make Wassi think that he wouldn't snitch on him.
Snitch on him, nigga. He trying to make sure he
With the
know this
co-accused
nigga
Wassi
down.
having died, it seems like it was an easy case for a defense lawyer. Seemingly, the aftermath of the trial was Kamal being found not guilty on all charges. He was acquitted and effectively beat the case. No one knows why exactly Wassi decided to shoot at the officers.
That's what I'm saying.
Can only speculate. Although the officers involved were cleared of any wrongdoing after the police dashcam footage surfaced. It seems like Quasi had a rough life, and honestly it's a sad end to his story. But he continues to live on through Was Gang and through their music. All we can say for now is rest in peace.
I ain't lying, bro. We're gonna stop right there, man. Rest in peace to Quasi, man. When they say Wassi now, I'm gonna just start thinking of bro, cause it's him, bro. I'm the first thing I'm thinking of Quasi. I ain't gonna think of Wassi, I'm thinking Quasi, but you know. But that's what's up, though. They repping bro hard out here, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, like, I know Pressa knows him. But like all these other guys that's repping Wassi, it's like, have they even met this guy? Like, have they even met Quasi? Or they just like, they like, fuck it, nigga, that's the game, we repping it, nigga, Wassi, that's what's up. Or like, cause the only person I know so far is the guy that snitched, and Pressa actually knows this guy. So, this shit was wild, bro. Rest in peace to bro. Pressa, keep doing your fucking thing, stay out the way. Y'all telling me niggas visas is ending, they gotta go back to Toronto, like nigga renew your visa. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna see y'all next one. Peace.
You can't see what I see, cause I'm me,